Oh, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways, but I can only give you 10 reasons. And hey everybody, it's your girl Deann and I am back again today with another video. So guys, this video is all about my top 10 reasons why you, yes you boo, should become a flight attendant. Now guys, as of the 28th of this month, it will be 2 years since I've been a flight attendant. So if you have been thinking of being a flight attendant or you are on the fence and you need some convincing, then you need to watch this video. My hopes is after you see my top 10 reasons, you want to come on over to the aviation side. So if you want to know what my top 10 are, you know what you got to do? You got to stay tuned. One of the best things about being a flight attendant is the flexibility. Now guys, within the word flexibility, I want to highlight the word flex. Now guys, flex is a term that means to brag, to show off. In time, you are able to flex your schedule as a flight attendant. In this career, guys, seniority means everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Your seniority determines what type of trips you can hold, bid for, and also what type of schedule you're gonna have. Now it's no secret, I am on reserve. And if I had to select a song that best represents my reserve life, it would probably be E40's Tell Me When to Go. Cruise scheduling tells me when to go, where to go, and what time to go. Yes, I'm able to bid for what type of reserve schedule I want, what days I want to work, what days I want off. But again, guys, seniority determines everything. I may not be able to have weekends off or have holidays off or not work certain nights because again, I'm competing against people in Denver who are a lot more senior than me, and more than likely they're going to get their way. Deann is not having her way, okay? And that is what seniority does. But flight attendants have the opportunity to trade, drop, swap trips with other flight attendants, and also we're able to work a schedule to our liking once we reach a high level of seniority. Guys, and I give you some examples. There are some flight attendants who say, you know what? I got children. I want to be able to take my kids to school and tuck them into bed every night. Seniority will allow them to do that. Or you have some who say, I don't want layovers. I want to sleep in my own bed every night. Seniority can do that for them. Or you have some that says, I don't want to work weekends. I don't want to do red eyes. I don't want to work nights. I want to be home by 5 o'clock at night. Seniority will do that. You even have some flight attendants whose schedule is so set, they're able to have a second job. As long as your job doesn't interfere with the main job as a flight attendant, seniority will allow you to do that. So guys, ultimately when I get a line, I will be able to do this, but right now, I don't have much control. But the flexibility as a flight attendant is crazy. With time and patience, you would also be able to flex your schedule like most of these flight attendants. If you love to meet new people, then becoming a flight attendant is the perfect job for you. One of the perks about being a flight attendant is that it will allow you to meet people from different walks of life, backgrounds, cultures, age groups, etc. And that is the one thing I love about my job. When I'm on an aircraft, one of the things I do is interact with my passengers. And in my short 2 years, I have met some very interesting passengers. I have heard stories from passengers that made me laugh, made me cry, made me sad, made me happy. And my experience does not limit to the passengers I meet, but also the crew members that I work with. As a flight attendant, you are on something called a jump seat. And when I tell you you are close, you are very close next to a crew member in this jump seat. I always like to meet the crew members that I am working with. They also have interesting stories and backgrounds. And that is the beauty about this job, is that it connects everybody. If you're like me and have a bubbly personality and you are excited to meet new people, then you need to come on over, because we need you as a flight attendant. So you applied to become a flight attendant for the travel benefits? Duh! That is the main reason why people want to become a flight attendant. Yes, it's no secret flight attendants get paid to travel the world, or they have the chance to see the world for free. And also, flight attendants get discounts on car rentals, hotels, cruises, tickets, etc. Guys, let's really talk about the travel benefits. Our travel benefits also allow us to bless others with the same opportunity. Now guys, most airlines, they do extend their travel benefits to your spouses, dependents, loved ones, family, and friends. And to me, that is a blessing within itself. It's to give someone the opportunity to see this beautiful world that God has created just like you. I have had the privilege and been very fortunate to bless someone to get home to their family, to go to an unexpected funeral, to go to a job interview, to go on vacation, etc. That is the gift of giving, guys, is that you're able to bless someone or give someone the opportunity to get somewhere. You never know someone's backstory, but again, with your travel benefits, that is one thing you are able to do. So become a FWB. No, I'm not talking about friends with benefits, but a flight attendant with benefits. Travel benefits to be exact. Okay, so every airline has a minimum age requirement to apply. But once you're in, that's it. As a flight attendant, there is no ageism. Unless you want to be a captain or a first officer, you must retire at 65. But as a flight attendant, your age is truly just a number. I mean, look at me, guys. I am 39 years old. I thought I was too old to become a flight attendant. Most flight attendants I know that's been with the company for a while, they started in their early 20s. Guys, I applied at the age of 37, so I was very late in the game. You have some flight attendants who are retired and say, you know what? I want to try something different or go into a whole different career. They're able to do that because their age does not limit them from becoming a flight attendant. And that is something that you should consider. If you're saying I'm too old, I can never do it, don't doubt yourself, because I am a living example and testimony. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So every year we go through recertification. If you're still able to do your job duties, if you can pull, bend, stretch, lift up to 50 pounds, then you can still become a flight attendant. Age has nothing to do with it. I think that's a stereotype that they need to throw out. Think of your age like wine. We all know wine improves with time, and honey, so do you. INDEPENDENT. Do you truly know what that means? Ladies and gentlemen, as a flight attendant, you are your own boss. Now, yes, there is a chain of command on the aircraft. You have the captain, first officer, flight attendant A, flight attendant B, flight attendant C, D, etc. That is the chain of command. But one thing I love about this job is that you are not micromanaged. Now guys, in my previous jobs, I had to answer to immediate supervisors, managers, etc. I had someone telling me what time to clock out for lunch, what time to take a break. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a typical job. We don't have a set schedule. I don't have to go ask the captain, can I use the restroom? Can I go take a break? Can I go eat? None of that applies on the aircraft, which is our office. Now, we all have assigned duties, and that's why they kind of label them by letters. The purser or the A has the most responsibilities. Now, see, the purser or the A, they communicate with the flight attendants, and they are the eyes and ears for the captain. If anything goes on the aircraft, us flight attendants communicate that to the purser or the A, and they tell the captain. So yes, guys, that is that chain of command. but you don't have anyone looking over your shoulders, checking your work, because we are all responsible to do our own job duties. When they hired you, they saw something in you. They said that person can work very well with others. And they also said this person can work mostly without supervision. And guys, that's what I love about my job. I don't have someone checking my work. I know what I'm supposed to do. And that is one thing about being a flight attendant, is that you are able to be independent. Even though we are a team and we are working as a crew, individually, what you do reflects on what you do. You can't blame somebody else because you know the role. And this job really does give you a sense of freedom and independence. And to me, that is another reason why you should become a flight attendant, because who's gonna check you, boo? Nobody but yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I can be honest for a moment, I love the airline that I am with. Lord knows I do. But is this my dream airline? No, it's not. And you guys know that because you saw my journey. The first airline I applied to was United, right? Then my second airline, I believe, was American. Then I tried out for Mesa Airlines, and then I went to SkyWest. I did apply for my airline, but guys, I totally forgot. So when I got that invitation to do a phone interview, and then I had a face-to-face, ladies and gentlemen, I am just very excited for where I am at. Hindsight 2020, if I was working for those dream airlines, I would have got furloughed during this pandemic. And you may be in the same boat. You might be with an airline you can't stand, you don't want to be there, you're settling because you want to be a flight attendant. And if this is your case, just hold on. Hold on to your love, like En Vogue said. I understand you want to do bigger and better things, but gain the experience and knowledge before you leave. Are you at a regional and you may want to go mainline? Are you at a mainline carrier, but they do mostly domestic, and you want to go to another airline that does more international? Whatever your reasons are, stick it out. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that this is still a job. And it looks really bad when you try to go to another airline and they ask, well, why did you leave so-and-so? And you've only been there for 3 months. Learn what you can and use that to benefit you to go to another airline. I think the goal in here, guys, is to basically just get the basic knowledge, lay the foundation, get the blueprint, learn what you can, because it really is helpful for you in the future. So like I always say, don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers, the lakes, and the airlines that you are hired at and used to. Guys, just get the experience, because this may not be for you. So why waste your time by doing all of that over again? Because remember, going to another airline, you lose your seniority and your benefits with that other airline, and you got to start all over again. So just try it out. See if this is for you, because you might become a flight attendant and say, you know what? I don't like being away from my family. I don't like the uncertainty of about my money. Where am I going to live? How am I going to take care of myself, etc. So again, guys, I always recommend, you want to be a flight attendant? Give it a try. If you don't like it, at least you said you did it. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Let's have a real chit chat about money. When you first become a flight attendant, no, you do not make a lot of money. Typically, a new flight attendant is on reserve. And I told you about reserve life. Your income is kind of being controlled. You're not able to work the hours that you want to work. You're not able to really do the trips you want to do. So that does have an effect when it comes to the money. But once you get a line, baby, the sky is the limit. And that is when you start making the real money. The key to being a successful flight attendant with any airline is longevity. Now, guys, every airline has a pay scale. But it's no secret, the longer you're with that airline, the more money you are going to make. With that being said, there's a lot of flight attendants who have probably topped out in pay that they don't have to work as hard as someone like me. Think about it. I am on reserve 2 years in. I have to work hard for my money. Why? Because like I said, guys, my income is being controlled, and I'm like Janet Jackson, okay? I want to have control of my life, okay? But Ripley's, believe it or not, there are some flight attendants who are making 6 figures a year. You got some flight attendants who work minimum hours, and it is enough to sustain their lifestyle. Now remember, every airline is different with as far as how many hours you must work a month. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not how you start, it is how you finish. And if you are loyal and patient, you too will be getting the perks of making really good money. And we're not even talking about the per diem. We're not talking about the other incentives that every airline offers. That is another awesome reason to become a flight attendant. So if you have those two things, longevity and you're loyal, you're gonna make some money, baby. A high school diploma or GED equivalent is required to become a flight attendant. Now, although some airlines prefer an associate's or bachelor's degree, typically it is not necessary. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are applying to an airline that does a lot of international travel, they may require for you to speak a language or multiple languages. But guys, look at me. I have a high school diploma. In my airline, we do a lot of domestic travel. Now, of course, if you do speak another language, that is a benefit to that airline. You always got to look at the requisition when you are applying just to see what that airline is requiring. Now, we have flight attendants that are highly educated and they have multiple degrees and speak multiple languages. But again, it's all about what that airline is looking for. So if you don't have a higher education, don't be ashamed. So don't let that stop you from becoming a flight attendant. Now, if you want to further your education, that is also a good thing. Some airlines have tuition reimbursements that will help you further your education. But to get your start with an airline, it is not required. And that is a good reason why you should become a flight attendant. If you are seeking a career where you are constantly learning and growing, then you definitely need to become a flight attendant. Ladies and gentlemen, this career is great for learning and improving your social skills. You learn to listen, communicate more effectively. You learn how to interact with passengers. You learn how to de-escalate situations. You learn CPR. You learn first aid. You learn emergency procedures. You know about FAA regulations, the aircraft. There is so much you get from this profession. And also, as far as a ladder of success, you can definitely move up within a company like any other profession. Ladies and gentlemen, there are gate agents, there are ramp agents who are now flight attendants. There are some flight attendants who have become instructors. Are some flight attendants who are now supervisors, or they work in upper management. There is no limit to what you can do once you get in. This career, you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing. And that's the one thing I love, is that every day is a new experience. Every day I am learning something new. You think you've seen it all, but you have not. And if this sounds like something that is right up your alley, well, this is another reason why you need to become a flight attendant. If you are at a job and it is the same old every single day, that would get boring. You have the same schedule, same routine, there's really no change. That would make you bored and want to look for another job. Guys, becoming a flight attendant, it is never boring. When I tell you this career is unpredictable, it is truly unpredictable. There's days I go to work and I'm like, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a delay? Is there going to be some kind of an emergency? What is going to happen today? And that's why I love this job. And although I may fly the same routes, I might do the same trips, my experiences are always different. And not only that, but I get to work with different crew members. Now, yes, I have my favorites, and then I have some that I may not really vibe with. But guys, this job is all about new experiences. You're going to meet different passengers, different crew members, stay at different hotels, have different layovers. Everything about this to me is exciting. My last job, I worked 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, sometimes a weekend. And I think the only thing that was exciting is if a patient turned up. But that was very rare because I was working with baby boomers. But this job, guys, I am always on my toes because I don't know what's going to happen. Will there be delay? What type of passenger am I going to meet? What kind of crew members am I working with today? What is the aircraft I'm going to be flying on? All of this still excites me, and I still get excited when I am in the air and looking out my little window and I see the world. And that is the beauty of this job. This is not a typical job. Every day is going to be something different. Now, you guys know I'm a reserve flight attendant, and as a reserve, there is so many new experiences that I have, and I'm just shocked at some of the things that happen. Because to me, being a flight attendant is like signing a Death Row Records contract. You don't know what to expect, and every day is an exciting day. If you're tired of the norm and want to change your lifestyle, and if you want to do something that's different, adventurous, and unpredictable, then you should become a flight attendant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and you just saw my personal top 10 reasons why you should become a flight attendant. Guys, this is a journey. You guys were there when I applied to these many airlines, when I had my face-to-face, when I was going through training, and now here we are. Guys, I can't believe the 28th of this month will make 2 years. 2 years since I've been a flight attendant, and guys, I am just so grateful. I'm not gonna lie and say, guys, it's been easy. Y'all know year one, I made a lot of mistakes. Every day I have the opportunity to grow and learn from my past mistakes. And I can't, like I said, guys, can't believe it's about to be 2 years with God's blessing. And that's why I love this career. Yes, guys, it is rough at first, but as you go on, you get better. But you have to try. So if you have reservations, if you have any doubts, get all of that out of your head. Just go out there and give it a try. Or before you make your decision, sit down, outweigh the pros and the cons. If the cons outweigh the pros, then this is not the career for you. But if you are great at multitasking, you can adapt to change, you can relocate at the drop of a hat. If you have a little money saved, or you're able to survive during your first couple years as a flight attendant, if you can be away from your family, if you love to be in the air, if you love to interact with people, guys, this is the perfect job for you. This job is not meant for everybody. Many apply, but only a few are chosen. And I hope, guys, that you take the opportunity and pursue your dreams if this is what you want to do. If you have questions, guys, please feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If you are a current flight attendant, please list your reasons or other inspiration for those watching this video. But guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video because it is getting dark and I am losing sunlight. But I love you guys so much, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And until the next video, you guys have a good night. Bye.